In Japan, we have a concept called hara hachi bu. It means eating until you're 80% full. This practice isn't just about discipline, it's about respecting the balance within your body. When you stop eating before you're completely full, you avoid overloading your digestive system. You allow your blood to circulate more efficiently instead of being diverted all at once to your stomach. Many centenarians in Okinawa follow this principle. They eat slowly, with gratitude, and never in a rush. And the results? Less inflammation, better metabolism, and longer life. Another secret lies in fermented foods. Miso, natto, pickled vegetables. These traditional staples are not only flavorful, but they're alive. They contain probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support the health of your gut. And as modern science now confirms, your gut is deeply connected to your immune system, brain health, and even your mood. I tell my older patients, 1 spoonful of fermented food a day is like a gentle sweep of your inner garden. It keeps things clean, balanced, and growing well. Now, let's talk about blood flow, something most people take for granted until it's gone. You might think poor circulation only causes cold hands and feet, but in truth, it can affect everything from your memory to your joints, even your sleep. In my clinic, I often begin by checking the smallest clues: how fast someone stands up, the color of their fingertips, or even how well they digest food. All of these can be signs of restricted blood flow. But here's the good news. Circulation can be improved at any age. A very simple method I recommend is ankle pumping. Sit comfortably in a chair. Now move your feet up and down, as if you're pressing and releasing a pedal. Do this for 2 minutes in the morning and again before bed. It activates the calf muscles, your body's second heart, which help push blood back up from your legs to your core. Just this small motion, done daily, can reduce swelling, prevent clots, and even help with dizziness caused by low circulation. Another daily ritual I personally follow is green tea walking. I drink a small cup of warm green tea, wait 5 minutes, then take a short walk outside. Why? The tea gently dilates your blood vessels and gives your body a dose of antioxidants, while walking mobilizes your joints and encourages blood flow to your brain. I recommend 10-15 minutes, not for cardio, not for burning calories, just for life, for breath, for rhythm, for clarity. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, "But doctor, I have arthritis. I can't walk far." Or, "My knees hurt, my back hurts. I'm too old for exercise." But what if I told you that the problem isn't your age? It's the stiffness that comes from not moving enough. You don't need to run marathons or join a gym. What you need is gentle, consistent motion that supports your blood flow and joint health. For my elderly patients, I often prescribe micro movements, simple stretches, or small joint rotations done while sitting in a chair or lying in bed. Even rotating your wrists and ankles 10 times in each direction can stimulate circulation. These tiny motions act like oil in the gears of your body. They keep everything flowing. And don't underestimate the power of your breath. Deep abdominal breathing, slowly inhaling through the nose, letting the belly expand, then exhaling fully through the mouth, can actually stimulate the vagus nerve. This helps calm your nervous system, improve heart rate variability, and enhance blood flow to your brain and internal organs. I often guide my patients through a breathing technique called 4-7-8. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale slowly for 8. Just 5 rounds can help lower blood pressure and ease anxiety. Another hidden factor in poor circulation, especially for older people, is dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker. Many seniors are mildly dehydrated every day without even realizing it. This thickens the blood and makes the heart work harder to pump it. I advise my patients to sip warm water throughout the day, not cold, which can constrict blood vessels. A cup of warm water every hour acts like a gentle river, helping the blood move smoothly and cleaning the kidneys at the same time. And of course, posture matters too. Many older adults spend hours hunched over a table or reclining with poor back support. When your spine is compressed, so are the blood vessels around it. The result? Less oxygen to your brain, slower digestion, even fatigue. Try this now. Sit up tall, gently roll your shoulders back, and imagine a string lifting the crown of your head. You may feel more alert right away. That's blood flow returning to your brain. Now, let's talk about foods that naturally improve circulation, because what you put on your plate can either open your blood vessels or slowly clog them. One of the best foods for blood flow is beets. They're rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. I often recommend a small glass of beet juice in the morning. It may not taste like a treat, but many of my patients report more energy, better focus, and even warmer hands and feet after a few weeks. Another powerful circulation booster is dark chocolate, the kind that's at least 70% cocoa. It's packed with flavonoids that support blood vessel health. Just a small square a day can help improve endothelial function. That's the inner lining of your arteries. But of course, moderation is key. One square, not the whole bar. And don't forget, spices. Ginger, turmeric, cayenne, these aren't just for flavor. They stimulate blood flow, reduce inflammation, and even help thin the blood slightly, which makes circulation smoother. A cup of warm ginger tea after meals can do wonders, especially for those who often feel cold or sluggish after eating. Now, some of you might be wondering, but what if I'm already on blood pressure medication? Can I still use these foods? The answer is yes, but gently. Always introduce one change at a time and monitor how your body responds. In many cases, my patients have been able to lower their medication dosage with their doctor's guidance, simply by improving circulation through lifestyle. One of my favorite exercises to teach older adults is something I call the foot pump. While seated, simply lift your heels while keeping your toes on the ground. Then switch lifting your toes while your heels stay down. This pumping action activates the calf muscles, which are sometimes called the second heart, because they help push blood back up to the upper body. Doing this simple motion for just 2 minutes every hour can significantly reduce swelling in the legs and improve overall blood return to the heart. Let's also talk about breathing, because circulation is not just about the heart and blood vessels, it's about oxygen. And most of us, especially as we age, don't breathe deeply enough. I often guide my older patients through a very gentle practice called box breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. Just a few rounds of this can help oxygenate the blood more efficiently, calm the nervous system, and even lower blood pressure. Best of all, you can do it anytime. In bed, watching television, or waiting for the kettle to boil. Now, I'd like to bring your attention to a Japanese habit that's often overlooked, but incredibly powerful. It's called ashiyu, or foot bathing. At the end of a long day, many Japanese seniors soak their feet in warm water, sometimes with a pinch of salt or ginger. Why? Because warming the feet draws blood away from the stressed-out brain, helps you relax, and improves sleep quality. And better sleep equals better circulation. It's all connected. And here's something especially important for those with cold hands and feet. Before bed, try gently massaging your legs and arms, moving from the extremities toward the heart. This stimulates the lymphatic system, helps reduce stagnation, and can even prevent nighttime leg cramps. You don't need fancy oils, just your hands and a few minutes of care. Now, if you're someone who often wakes up with stiff joints or brain fog, pay attention to this final tip for today. Hydration first thing in the morning. Your blood is about 90% water, and after 7-8 hours of sleep, it's thicker, which makes it harder for your heart to pump it efficiently. So before your coffee or tea, drink a full glass of room temperature water. Add a squeeze of lemon if you like. This one habit can reduce morning blood pressure spikes, improve alertness, and even support kidney function. Let's talk about one more powerful yet simple habit from Japanese longevity culture. Hara hachi bu. This phrase means eat until you're 80% full. In other words, stop eating before you feel stuffed. This gentle calorie restriction gives your body less to process, reduces blood sugar spikes, and keeps your digestive and circulatory systems from being overworked. It's one of the reasons many Japanese elders remain trim, active, and sharp well into their 90s and beyond. Now, many people ask me, "Doctor, what foods actually help clean the blood or improve blood flow?" Here are a few circulation-friendly foods I always recommend. Beets, rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. This compound helps relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. Mackerel or sardines, packed with omega-3s, which reduce inflammation in blood vessels and keep arteries flexible. Bitter greens like arugula or dandelion, they help the liver process toxins and thin the blood naturally. And finally, dark chocolate, minimum 70% cacao. Eaten in moderation, it improves vessel elasticity and boosts mood at the same time. But remember, food is only part of the equation. If you're eating the right things, but you're constantly sitting, your circulation will still suffer. That's why I teach my older patients a simple rule: move every 30 minutes. Even if you're just standing up, doing a few arm circles, or walking to the window, it makes a difference. Movement is the pump that keeps your blood from pooling in the lower body. And here's a little-known tip for anyone who sits for long periods. Calf raises. While seated, just lift your heels and squeeze your calves for 10-20 repetitions. This activates the second heart, the calf muscles, which help push blood back up toward the chest. It's especially helpful if you suffer from swollen feet or varicose veins. Now, let's address something that often goes overlooked: stress. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it directly impacts your circulatory system. When you're tense, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline hormones that constrict blood vessels and increase your heart rate. Over time, this puts extra strain on your arteries and can lead to high blood pressure and even plaque buildup. One technique I always recommend is called box breathing. It's simple and takes just a minute. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Hold again for 4 seconds. Repeat this for a few cycles. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, which lowers blood pressure, improves oxygen delivery, and calms the heart. Another overlooked factor in blood flow is hydration. Your blood is over 90% water. If you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood thickens, making it harder for your heart to pump it through your vessels. That's why older adults often feel tired or dizzy, even when they're just slightly dehydrated. The fix? Don't just drink when you're thirsty. Sip small amounts of water regularly throughout the day. Adding a pinch of natural sea salt or a squeeze of lemon can improve electrolyte balance and absorption, especially if you've been sweating or taking medications that dehydrate. And speaking of medications, if you're on blood pressure pills, statins, or diuretics, it's crucial to monitor not just your blood pressure, but also your electrolytes and kidney function. Why? Because overmedication can lead to excessively low blood pressure, which ironically reduces blood flow to the brain and organs. That's why in Japan, many doctors take a more holistic approach, combining medication with lifestyle changes like diet, gentle movement, and stress reduction. The goal isn't to rely solely on pills, but to create a body that supports its own circulation naturally. Let's now turn to something incredibly simple, yet profoundly effective: walking. In Japan, doctors often prescribe walking like a medication. Not power walking, not racing, just slow, mindful walking, ideally in the morning sun or in nature. Why is this so effective? Because walking works your calf muscles, which are sometimes called your second heart. When these muscles contract, they push blood back up from your legs towards your heart. This supports venous return, helps prevent blood pooling, and reduces the risk of blood clots and varicose veins. Even just 15 minutes of walking a day can dramatically improve circulation, especially in older adults. Here's a tip from Dr. Ito's routine. He recommends walking barefoot or in minimalist shoes on natural surfaces like grass or sand. This not only stimulates reflex zones in the feet, but also helps improve balance, joint mobility, and even mood. And if walking isn't available to you right now, don't worry. There's another practice that can do wonders while sitting. Ankle pumping. Simply sit in a chair and pump your ankles up and down, toes up, then toes down for 1 to 2 minutes. This mimics the muscle activity of walking and helps circulate blood from your feet upward. Now, let's bring it all together with one of Dr. Ito's favorite combinations. Morning routine for better blood flow. Warm glass of lemon water upon waking to hydrate and stimulate the liver. Gentle stretches, especially the legs and back, to wake up circulation. Box breathing, to calm the nervous system and reduce vascular tension. 15-minute walk in daylight, to stimulate blood flow, mood, and circadian rhythm. Breakfast, rich in warm foods, like miso soup, cooked vegetables, or rice porridge. Each step is simple on its own, but together, they create a powerful foundation for healthy blood flow not just in your legs or brain, but through your entire system. There's one more principle that Dr. Ito emphasizes again and again, especially for people over 60. Keep your body warm and your heart light. In traditional Japanese medicine, warmth is considered life-giving. Cold, especially in the abdomen and feet, can constrict blood vessels and weaken digestion. That's why Dr. Ito recommends avoiding cold drinks, especially in the morning or evening. Instead, drink warm teas like roasted barley tea, mugicha, ginger tea, or even cinnamon water, all of which gently stimulate blood flow without overstimulating the heart. And when it comes to meals, don't skip breakfast, but make sure it's warm and grounding. A bowl of rice porridge with sesame, a miso soup with tofu and scallions, or a soft-boiled egg with steamed greens. These are simple, gentle, warming, and deeply nourishing for circulation. He also encourages daily touch, even if it's just massaging your own hands, feet, or scalp. Physical touch, especially with warm oil or warm hands, brings blood to the surface, reduces stress hormones, and promotes a sense of calm safety, which itself improves circulation. And here's something beautiful. He often says, blood flows better in a body that feels loved, even by itself. So, be kind to yourself. Warm your body with foods and gentle movement. Warm your heart with connection and gratitude. Because blood doesn't just respond to biology, it responds to how you feel. Dr. Ito tells his older patients, you don't need to live like you're young. You need to live like you're alive. That means paying attention, moving, even a little, eating with intention, breathing deeply, smiling when you can, and trusting that even small actions taken daily create profound shifts in your health and energy. If you take away just 3 things from Dr. Ito's approach, let them be these. Warmth heals. Stay warm. Eat warm. Keep your feet and belly cozy. Move gently and daily, even seated exercises, ankle pumps, or a short walk matter. Breathe and rest with awareness. Your nervous system is a gatekeeper of circulation. And perhaps most importantly, stay curious. Stay open. Your body is still listening, no matter your age. Dr. Ito's methods are gentle, but their effects are deep. And they remind us that health is not about pushing harder, it's about caring deeper. Because when we care about what we eat, how we move, and how we treat ourselves, blood flows freely, life flows freely. And that's how we stay alive, not just in body, but in spirit. So if you've made it this far, take a moment. Put your hand over your heart. Feel your pulse, that quiet rhythm inside you. It's been beating every second of your life. Through joy, through stress, through everything. It's still here. You're still here. Dr. Ito's message is simple but powerful. Your body wants to heal. Your blood wants to flow. And no matter your age, it's never too late to support it with warmth, with movement, with care. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start with one gentle thing today. Stretch your feet, sip warm tea, breathe a little deeper. That's enough. That's how it begins. And remember, the smallest habits, repeated with love, become the strongest medicine. Take care of your circulation, and it will take care of you. Stay warm, stay kind, and keep moving forward one gentle step at a time.